All right, Big Mac, today is Monday. It is November 13th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports, Snake Draft Monday. We're joined on Zoom by two guests. We have John Rich and Tommy Smokes. John Rich, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited for this. I am 1-0 in the Dog Walk draft history. And honestly, Eddie, since you sent me the topic this morning, I was planning on doing a lot of blogs today. And I just did nothing but create a giant list and waste all my time and come up with about 100 different topics for today. So
good.
If you want to end up going like 20 rounds, that would be great.
Hey, John Rich, it's not a waste of time.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you don't see
You're doing our show. Our show's not a waste of time.
Yeah. There's not many people who have perfect records, so if you're trying to keep an Undertaker-like streak, it's a good way to go about it.
That's true. Yeah. They'll definitely they're going to look back when it comes to contract renewals at your record in the Dog Walk.
I actually hope that they don't, because our contracts are up soon. I hope they don't look at that.
Well,
Thomas Scabelli,
Eddie Ferrara,
how we doing?
how are you? Good. I don't have an undefeated record, but I do think I've won like 2 or 3 in a row or something, and I've been on, so a lot of pressure on me too. And as having the reputation as one of the manliest guys in the office, I think even more so pressure on my shoulders.
You did knock that guy out.
Yeah, you fucked him up.
I did knock that. So, yeah, I don't want to get into tip picking. I know I don't want to, but
Yeah.
fighting. Whatever.
We can just
we'll
go
get
out
to
and
it.
say that's kind of manly, Tommy.
I was gonna say fighting's kind of gay. I think that fighting's a little. It's a little womanly to fight.
You know what? As much as I love Tommy, he is tipping too many picks right now because my number one pick was going to be calling things gay. That's just as manly as it can get. Like, that guy's fucking gay.
That was an unintentional tip, and you guys told me to tip the other. So whatever. Hey, let's just get into it.
Yeah.
We should note too, though, Tommy. Usually, you do well on these. You're good at these, but typically, like, it's awkward situations. Or, they're slanted towards you a lot.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah.
You're saying I can't be a man?
Well, the jury's out.
Look, I'm getting into the mind of like a typical moron man for this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Do you have anybody in mind that you're trying to?
I literally every pick I was like, yeah, White Sox Dave would like this one.
Because I exude manliness. I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Eddie, me and Tommy were on the Dog Walk before, and we broke down Rambo.
Oh, that's right. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm actually pissed you guys didn't include me on that one because I've never seen Rambo either.
Just dudes watching Rambo. That's right. That's right.
Guy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man stuff.
Yeah.
All right, then. We can hop into it. Manly things. Let's do the order. John Rich. Harry has 1 through 5 behind his back. What number is it?
1.
No. Oh, whoops, sorry.
Oh,
yeah. I'm trying to get the camera.
Harry. I mean, we might need to bring Mackenzie back. She messed up, too.
Yeah.
All right, so what'd you say, John?
He said 1 and it was incorrect.
All right.
Tommy did see it then, too.
Tommy did see it. All right, so we're going to...
Yeah, I saw it.
All right, John Rich, 1 through 5. What number is it?
1.
No.
Tommy.
2.
Yes.
All right, what number?
I'll go 3rd.
All right, 1 through 4, Chief.
1.
Yes.
I'll go 1st overall.
Wow. 1 through 3, White Sox Dave.
2.
Yes.
I'll go 4th overall.
Cool. 1 or 2 to me. I'll say 1.
No.
John.
2.
Yes.
All right. 2 or 5 do you want?
I'll take 2.
All right. You know what's underrated that I'm just realizing? That you're a 2-name guy. Has anyone said that to you yet?
I've heard that. Yeah, my whole life I've been John Rich. It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah,
It does. It's easy.
That's pretty solid, John. I'll be honest.
I honestly kind of didn't want to use like my real name to work here, but like it just fits well.
I wish I could go back in time and just use my real name.
I do as well.
You do have your real
you
name.
You kind of do.
Yeah.
But people always call me White Sox Dave. I don't want to be associated with that fucking loser organization.
Fair.
It hurts my brand. Laugh at my joke, Tommy.
It does, yeah. It does.
Yeah, thank you. See? You see?
That's bullshit. All right, before we get into it, I want to talk about RHOBACK. RHOBACK, you guys know we all love it. Trust me when I say I'm all set for the fam this holiday season because the guys over at RHOBACK, their gear is simply the best fit, best feel. Just all around the best. They got the performance hoodies, the most comfortable hoodies out there. The best way to start your day is with a RHOBACK hoodie. They are so soft that you will want to wear them commando. Hey, you should get William Williams a RHOBACK hoodie.
He would like that, you know that?
Yeah.
I think I might do that for Christmas or something.
That's what I'm saying.
Is there a promo code I can get to get a little discount on
There
his Christmas
certainly
gift?
is. I'll tell you in a second. That's a good. That's great. Performance crew next, Chief.
I love a crew neck. Everybody
Yes.
knows that. I'm a big crew neck guy. I actually just got an email that I have a shipment of RHOBACK stuff on its way.
Oh, there
Look
you
at that.
go.
Are you
Yeah,
getting
it
some
made my day.
joggers?
I'm getting the joggers. I'm getting the performance crew. It's gonna. I'm gonna be set for the fall.
They
I haven't
also-
taken these joggers off the entire week. No one's even said a word because
Hey.
I just look good.
That's right. You do. They also got new, brand new, I should say, fleece pullovers. They're so soft and comfortable. Perfect for a chilly day or night out. They're beyond comfortable. The best part about wearing RHOBACK is when you see someone rocking the dog logo or the two stripes in the back, you just kind of give them that subtle nod. Because you know that they
Actually,
get
you kind of do. The people that I see walking on, that guy, he knows style.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not comfortable in my own skin enough to necessarily give him an eye contact nod. However, I do make a mental note that that guy knows
Good.
what's up.
Good. Here's that promo code, Dave. Use code DOG on RHOBACK.com for 20%
that.
off all new customers.
20?
Through the end of this week. Yep. 20% off. That's spelled RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all hoodies, joggers, and polos with code DOG. It's now the holiday season, so don't
Yeah.
be late this year, and be sure to check them out at RHOBACK.com.
Getting 20% off when it's not even Black Friday is preposterous.
It is.
It
I
is
agree.
pretty fucked up. I
Use
don't know what
code
they're
dog.
thinking.
Chief, you're up.
I'm taking smoking cigars. I feel like that is like one of the coolest things, the manliest things. I feel like you very seldom see women smoking cigars. It's just kind of a thing for the fellas. Golf course, outside, porch. I'm not even a big cigar guy, but anytime someone offers me one, I take it because I want to feel more like a man. We did a golf outing with Joel Quenville a few summers ago. That guy with his mustache, his gravelly voice, like he to me is like one of the manliest men I've ever come in contact with. Smoking cigars is very manly. Thoughts?
Yeah, I like that pick. That was on my list. I actually do like smoking cigars quite a bit. I don't love how it stenches your clothes with the smell for weeks to come, but I do. Ford and Pussy Patrol back in college, Saturday nights, we go Italian dinner on Arthur, then we'd have a little cappuccino, and then we'd cap it off with a cigar. At the cigar lounge, we play some chess. So I do like cigars. It's one of the few traditionally manly things that I like to do.
Wow. Ford and Pussy Patrol had a nice little...
Yeah, that's a hell of a
little
routine.
Have you ever puked from a cigar, Tommy?
Ever what?
You ever puked from a cigar?
No, but on one of those outings, my friend did puke onto my foot while we were at the cigar bar, which was unfortunate.
Kind of negates the manliness.
Yeah.
True. I love cigars too. So I mean I don't consider myself manly, but it's a manly
But that's
thing,
a
I
manly
guess.
thing
Yeah,
that you do. We just have to, like, I think at the end, because none of us are really like
No, we're not men.
manly
No,
men.
no.
But I feel like if
White
we
Sox Dave is.
how just because he has beard
Yeah,
up to his
he-
eyes.
I
give
feel
you-
like he's the most traditional man.
I give the illusion of it, but I'm not, Tommy. I'm a gigantic pussy. I know how to fake it, though.
You're a
He's
caveman.
always talking about like
Of all of them.
going for cunt and shit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Going out hunting for...
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just,
Yeah.
boys being fellas, Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. 1-1. Interesting, but I like it.
I
I feel like I don't have a lot of like standard like that. Like Tommy said, he had smoking cigars. I feel like my other ones are kind of unique, so I wanted to get one that I didn't think I'd get later.
Okay. What were you gonna say, John? Rich?
Yeah, I guess I don't want to tip any picks here, but I'm not positive cigars are the manliest thing to smoke.
Okay. I like this.
Nor do I.
I
What are you
like this.
talking about? Like a bowl?
There's a lot of things you can smoke.
Okay, we'll see.
And no tipping picks. No
Yeah.
tipping picks.
Well, you're up. Do you want to
Smoking bowl.
take smoking something?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm going to take. I wasn't sure what like direction we were going to go with this, but I feel like this is as manly of a pick as you can get. I think competing in the world's strongest man competition that's the manliest thing you can do, right? Like that's it. Like, remember Magnus versus Magnuson?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I remember those big boulders that they would carry.
Yeah, they would like pull planes and
Flipping
shit on
gigantic
ropes.
tires. They're all shredded. They're flipping tires over and over again. They're placing like the heavy Atlas stones that just keep getting heavier onto big podiums. They're like strapping a plane to their back and pulling it down the way, throwing kegs.
Yeah.
Like that's the man. I think, like as a child watching ESPN2, those are men. Like those
Yeah.
are the men that I grew up idolizing as being.
I kind of disagree. I feel like they're like,
crazy.
it's lame to like care that much about something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To spend all your time like in the gym lifting
Not
weights,
if you
that's not that
actually
man.
are the best, though. Not if you actually are the best and you make it to the world's strongest man.
Okay.
If you're doing that in the gym, if you're like at the fucking gym I go to and you're using the tire they have in the corner, then you're a fucking loser. But if you make it to the top of the top, you can't get manlier than that.
Yeah, I think there's something that instinctually I hate lifting anything heavy. I hate it. So
It's the worst.
if I hate it, then it is probably manly. So I think that checks out.
If you're at the top of the top at it, you can't hate on it.
I think you're on the right track with the pick. I think you're just like the world's strongest men's like too specific to me. Like, I don't know, being really actually strong and like going to the gym and caring about your body.
All right,
Like,
well, who's man?
I think
Who's
that's
manlier? Magnus
I think
versus
that's lame, yeah.
or some guy smoking a cigar.
I think the cigar guy.
Here's the thing.
I'd rather have dad bod cigar smoker.
yeah,
than, like,
that's
ripped guy.
manly.
You
That
guys don't respect shredded dudes.
You know what though? The boulder event is pretty fucking.
It is-
manly.
it is-
Just a
it's-
dude
no.
walking around like with a boulder. That's kind of.
I'm not saying I didn't watch it for, you know.
It doesn't get enough
minutes on
credit
end.
as being like a great mindless.
I
Program.
know,
It
but
was,
it's
it was.
almost
Yeah.
like to me, in a sense, this is like, well, dunking is manly. You know, like.
Oh.
You know, it's like, like, I don't know, like, oh, you can pick up stuff, but like,
Yeah, like playing
like-
in the NFL's manly. It's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Trying to dunk over and over and convincing yourself you can dunk but not being able to dunk, that's man.
that's yes.
Yeah.
Tommy gets it. Tommy gets it.
Yeah,
true.
bragging that you touched the bottom of the net is manly.
That
Yeah.
like talking about your high school football glory days is as manly
Well,
as
let's
it gets.
not tip picks.
I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself.
But I will.
Are we just trying to make ourselves feel like we're men? Is
Yes,
that what it is?
exactly.
Yes. But Tommy, like, we have that basketball court here now. I don't know if you saw it, but the first thing I did was try to jump and touch the rim. That was the first thing I did. Yeah.
And it would have been less manly if you like successfully did it.
Hey, Tommy, I almost got it. And
Yeah.
not to make an excuses, but the rims I think are 4 inches too high, so I could probably get it like a real man would.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Tommy, you were up.
So I'm gonna go with a kind of a basic, more in the cigar range. I'm gonna go with just grilling meats. Grilling meats, having control of the grill, probably grilling them way too rare and to the point where nobody likes it, but you tell yourself that men just like rare meats.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't tip any
I'm gonna
pigs,
go-
God damn it.
Grilling meats.
Grilling meats is a great one. That's a great one.
The picture of Zac Efron shooting that movie Neighbors when he's manning the grill is like a frat guy. Have you ever seen that picture?
Yeah,
It's-
hot as fuck.
Yeah, hot as fuck and just like that's a man.
That's a man. That's a man.
I'm not talking like, I don't want like Salt Bay. Like I'm talking like you're grilling like hockey pucks burgers.
Yeah.
Like average steaks. Like you're having control of the grill, but you're just not that.
Yeah,
good
and
at
you're
it.
like
Yeah.
you're flipping
But-
them the burgers like 2-3 times just to make sure they're good on.
Yeah.
But at
Sticking
the
your finger in it. A
Yeah,
bunch.
yeah.
but at the same time, a woman couldn't do that.
No, absolutely not.
No, she
In
can't.
fact, I would
She'd be
even
making
go
a
as far to
salad
say
or
they shouldn't be
something.
allowed to ever touch a grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Go-
like
go
I won't
inside and
touch your fucking frying
Mix
pan.
a salad, sweetheart. Make a nice
Yeah.
coleslaw.
Have you ever
Yeah.
Have you ever let a woman grill something for you?
No.
No.
You can't
Nah.
do that.
Yeah.
You're gay if you do that.
Yeah. That's gayer than kissing a guy.
It couldn't. It's the gayest thing there is.
I
Let your
like
girl-
the way this show is going so far.
Grilling meat. Yeah, there is something about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just mixing a bowl of coleslaw. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. White Sox Dave, you're up.
I'm going with I think what should have been picked first overall. I'm going with having a strong arm because, of course, there's nothing more manly than emasculating the other men around you by throwing things both harder and farther than they can. Thoughts?
I think it's a great pick. Having a big arm is awesome.
There's nothing more manly than being able to throw the piss out of anything and everything.
Great pick. You don't get a lot of opportunities to show it off once you get a little bit older.
And anytime you do, you better jump on it.
Yeah, but it's like even a thing at at a tailgate where it's like, hey, go deep, and then you just chuck it 40 yards, and it looks so easy.
And then when you inevitably, miss your target by 20 or 30 yards, you blame it on them for not finishing their route or, not running fast enough or whatever. It's never your fault. It's always their fault.
That is a
Fake
W.
a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
I'm faking a shoulder injury as we speak.
He has been faking a shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I actually have a bad shoulder, and whenever I play softball, I played a lot of slow pitch softball in my day. I always play left field. I will throw the ball as hard as I fucking can my first opportunity of the season just to show it off, but then it's done for the year. But instead of just like milking it all year, like you got to get that one hard throw off, and it's your entire shoulder.
Yeah.
Like you want people to know that if you were healthy, you could do that.
And on the opposite side of the spectrum, if a guy can't throw a ball, I mean that's like that's as bad as it gets. My sisters have had a couple boyfriends over the years who just can't throw. They didn't last. They're out. Like if you can't throw, you're not a man.
Yeah, I've told the story a handful of times. My sister brought an old boyfriend to a family. It was a Kentucky Derby party, and my dad was trying to get to know him a little bit. Breaks the ice. He's like, go long. Kid dropped the football. Tried to throw it back. It looked like he was Smalls in the outfield, throwing like didn't know how to throw a baseball. And my dad looked at me. He's like, this isn't going to work for my daughter. And he was correct.
Yeah.
Imagine the pressure that guy felt like when he knows he can't go long.
He knew it was over right then and there, and that he had to gut out the next few hours with my family judging him for being a gay.
Poor guy. That's tough. I feel for that guy.
Yeah.
I don't have a strong arm, and it sucks.
I bet it
it's
does.
an insecurity.
It
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, I bet.
I wish it was stronger. I mean, I could formulate one, not like that guy, but it's not strong. It sucks.
And I'd be remiss not to add that I have been clocked as recently as 2019 throwing a baseball 91 miles an hour. And I'd also be remiss to not remind our loyal audience that I did almost drive Jared Krabs to suicide after beating him in a speed pitch. That is a true story. I'm not making a joke right there. I'm just stating facts.
He did say that on Token CEO, I think. Yeah. Okay.
All right, to me,
Glad he's doing well now, though.
The old pitch off. Yeah, he won in the end. He won the war. I had that battle, though. I had that one night. Tommy, tell him about that one night. You were there.
It was a magical night. Jared, he was on top of the world. He was, Mr. Speed Pitch, and then White Sox Dave rolled
the Rocket.
in, and he took the Rocket crown right from him.
Mm-hmm. That was the most manly I've ever felt. I don't know, probably most manly I'll ever feel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with dipping.
Ah, God damn it, Ed.
Yeah.
I had it fucking written in already. You stole it from me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward. Like, girls don't dip. Like, there's a thing where it's like you're trying to get the girl in the group to throw a dip in because they just don't do it.
I've made my sisters do it a couple times. They've puked. It's always hilarious when they do. They can't do it. It's like it's just something girls can't do.
Dipping's very manly. They got that water bottle. They just look like they they know something we don't.
Yep.
Me and John Rich just threw in some dips right before the episode. Yeah.
John Rich just threw it in right now. Yeah. There it is.
I've become a dip guy
Now,
recently.
I'll even
really
go
actually
Zin or dip.
Zen.
Oh,
No.
okay. That's
But I would dip in college for the Pussy Patrol. We'd sit at Yellow House porch. We'd throw some dips in at the end of the night, gawk at the women as they walked by, spit it out. I've legit dipped long cut too. But that I've thrown up.
Now I gotta say there is etiquette. Now you got a long cut in right now, Rich, right?
No, these are pouches.
Those well, not very manly, but
that's true.
I'll continue.
Fair. That is very fair.
However,
There.
if you dip and you pull out your lip to put the dip in, you're not a man just because you're dipping. You have to do it one hand just right in the lip. Pouches out. I admit that I have started using Zyn much, much more because we're on camera constantly, and I felt like a fucking scumbag dipping on camera constantly.
Don't. It's sad to me that dipping is like seems to be a lost art now.
Dude, Dave's got the company back. You can dip all the
Yeah, we can dip again.
Well, I want Zyn. I want to be the Zyn man. Like, I want to be the Zyn man.
I think
That's
Zyn
a
is like
stiff competition for that.
Yeah, Zyn is like so-
You're Grizzly Wintergreen. Your brand
But
is...
you can't. They can't advertise. It's against the law.
Dave, you should have a spitter next to you. You should have a full spitter next to you. Right
So
now.
in college, just to prove to all of our co-ed women student population with us that we filled a Mott's apple juice gallon in our apartment with dip spit.
That's
manly.
Yeah.
fucking gross.
And we built a bar out of dip cans.
Yeah.
That's manly.
I'll send you guys the picture for the graphic.
When we got our new studio, we were talking about like, what should we do? Like, what should be allowed, what shouldn't be allowed. Which also, I should note, someone from the party the other day spilled an espresso martini in here, so hot start in our carpet. But White Sox Dave's like, Dave's like, yeah, I'm probably not going to dip in here. I was like, you know what, Dave? I want you to dip in here. That's part of you. That's part of the brand. Just no, when the spitter's done, just throw it out. That's all we said. We said that, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that shows how good of a working relationship Edward and I have.
yeah, it's never been bad.
The day you stop dipping is the day you sell out.
The day I stop dipping is the day I die. Tommy, we have this long-standing tradition on the show of making fun of libs, so I'm just going to come out and say it. Come and fucking take it from me, bitch.
Okay.
Yes, come and take it.
Yeah.
Come try, Biden.
Come and take it. Try this
out of
in a
bed.
small town, Tommy.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I need another pick. Listen, this might fall on deaf ears, but I think in today's day and age, it's heavier than ever. It's drinking beer. Drinking beer, like so many people have switched over to seltzers, and even going back to college, like, oh, girls drink the jungle juice, guys drink the beer.
I had Miller Lite on my list.
Yeah, just drinking beer. There's something about just being a dude
Drinking
and just
beer.
yeah, just cracking open a can of.
I'm going to drink some beer in Iraq. You guys don't get that inside joke right there.
Yeah. It didn't seem like they got it either.
Nah, I missed it.
No, we were talking about early 2000 country songs and how they were very geopolitically focused earlier.
Yeah.
Drinking beer.
I mean, it's America.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beer. I mean, beer's it's very like I feel like cigar grill meets traditional man.
definitely.
I'm not a big beer drinker. It gives me an upset stomach. Some could argue that I like if I go out, I like to get like a pink cocktail, and then I'll make the argument be like it's actually even more manly that like I'm so confident in myself that I'm drinking what I want to because it tastes good. But that's not the type of draft we're having.
No.
No, absolutely not.
No, there's nothing wrong with a little pomegranate martini, though.
Oh my god! Or a fucking
Sugar
Malibu
rim?
Bay
You ever had one with
Breeze.
a sugar rim?
To die for.
Yeah.
Malibu Bay Breeze, I'd love to have that every day.
Yeah. Delicious.
Wait,
Guy stuff.
Yeah,
Dudes just need to start drinking more beer again. Like too many
It's Biden's America. Ed.
vodka soda socks, Dave. I mean, you're the
Yeah.
guy.
Skinny waters.
Drink more beer.
You're worried about your figure, not very manly.
Yeah,
It's not very manly.
drink more beer. That's all I got.
Miller Lights.
Yeah, Miller Lite specifically.
That is the manliest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White Sox, Dave, you're up.
I'm gonna pick not going to the hospital ever for any situation. I don't care if I'm personally dying. I'm not going to the hospital. I don't care if you're personally dying. I'm not taking you to the hospital. I don't care if grandma's on her deathbed. I don't care if dad just got in a car accident. Hospitals are a no-go zone. If you go to a hospital, you're really, really gay.
All right.
Yeah, I had this on my. I had just going to the doctor
Yeah.
of any kind.
And you say that as a hypochondriac, which is ironic.
Well, I'm not a man, but like I know I go to the doctor if I like my ear hurts a little bit. I have an ear, nose, and throat appointment, by the end of the day. But a true man, I feel like they could be dying and they're like, whatever, I'll take an Advil.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even like to take. This is the pick where I align with the most. I would take other people to the hospital, but I haven't had like a checkup.
Oh, no.
I don't.
There's never going to be a finger going in my asshole.
I have those a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I've had. I remember the last time I went. Well, I did accidentally punch through. It's on this hand. I punched through a light fixture by accident. And I jumped off my couch celebrating something while I was watching sports like a man, and my hand went through it, and I had to get stitches. So I went to the doctor for that because it was bleeding everywhere.
You should have just wrapped that up.
I tried to just wrap it up, but I saw it when I washed it out and I saw the bone. I'm like, this is beyond me. And so I went to the doctor.
Bones regenerate.
But I saw the bone. The cut wouldn't heal. Whatever, Dave. Shut up. And then before that, it had been like 12 years. So I relate to this one. This is the first one where I'm a man.
The last time I've been to a hospital was when I exited the womb. That's it. Haven't been since. Won't go back. Tommy, you're up.
It's a good pick.
It's a very good pick.
All right, I'm gonna go simple. Objectifying women. Objectifying women specifically who are way out of your league and would never even look at you or give you the time of day, but just being like, oh yeah, look at the rack of tits on that broad or something, or like, I bet did she fart out of that ass, something like that. Just sitting back with the boys and talking about chicks and like talking about hot chicks and which ones are hot and which ones aren't.
Give us one, Tommy.
Margot Robbie, hot. Sydney Sweeney, great pair of tits.
Yep.
Immaculate tits, some would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
just being, and then I would argue I think maybe hooking up with a lot of girls, you start to be borderline gay. I think that just thinking about it a lot and
just talking about how you could if you wanted.
Or the girl that's like so out of your league, she's not that hot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, her ears are weird. You ever see her ears? Like her earlobe.
Yeah,
dude, Tommy, on that, have you ever seen Megan Fox's thumbs? They are fucked up beyond repair.
She's got she's got toe thumbs.
Fuck her. I would never I'll never even kiss her.
Yeah. Get her off the fucking big screen, small screen. I never want to look at her again. She makes me sick to my fucking stomach.
That's why I'm not dating her.
Yeah. She's got toe thumbs. You don't want to pass that gene down to your kids. Gross.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
There's one thing I love to do in objectifying women. You know how Dave's got his pizza scale?
Yeah.
I do that with women, except I always knock them down an automatic 2 points just so they, stay humble and don't get too cocky with themselves. Yeah, right.
It's funny because there's parallels with this with the douchebag draft. Remember, it's like they were just he's like, this fucking chick, great tits, being manly, kind of douchey. Yeah, exactly. So it's a good pick in this draft for sure. But I guess dudes are kind of douches. That's what we're kind of manly dudes are.
Manly dudes.
Yeah.
Not us.
John Rich, you're up.
Oh, fuck. I feel like I went in a whole different direction than you guys for this draft. But
squat racks? What are you going to pick?
You know what? I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to go with ramping a monster truck. You ever seen a guy ramp a monster truck?
No, but I'm intrigued.
I don't even know what that means.
I've been to two monster truck rallies in my life. One at Nationwide Arena, one at like a shitty, I think like Toledo Speedway in Ohio. Like, they are crazy. They don't even try to land on their tires. Like, they will just hit the dirt ramp and try to fuck themselves up as hard as possible and get into some kind of massive crash. And that's one of the manliest things ever, right?
Nah,
I feel like
it's just not every day.
You know, it would be more manly, like sitting on the couch or something.
Yeah. What are we talking about? Ramping a monster truck?
I gotta look. I'm trying to look it up.
It's when they go over the
I
ramp.
don't know. I don't even know what this means.
What, you don't know what are we talking about?
I know what you mean, John.
Like, are we talking like Evel Knievel shit?
Yeah, yes, basically, yes. Not that far, but
Gravedigger, Bigfoot, El Toro Loco, all the
like the actual like just driving a monster truck.
Yeah.
You know who would love this pick? My 3-year-old nephew. He fucking loves monster trucks.
He knows what men are.
Shout out Declan. He fucking loves monster trucks.
Shout out Declan.
Yeah.
He would appreciate this pick.
Yeah. Okay.
I think driving monster trucks pretty manly.
I think I'm doing this draft wrong, but I feel like I have the two like manliest fucking things in the world.
You're either gonna win the vote. You're either gonna win the vote handedly or get like 3%.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. That's exactly where I want to be.
They're oddly specific, but there is credence behind both picks.
Yeah,
I agree with that. Who's beeping?
Oh, that's me.
That's you. Oh, it's all right.
Dave's charging.
Oh, it's all right. Not manly to have your ringer on, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a ring.
Ignore that shit.
Chief, you're up.
Having tools.
Fuck.
Having tools like I have in my house, I think I have a screwdriver and a hammer. But then I've been to like people's garages where they like all have them like organized or like up on those. I don't even know what those boards are called with the little holes on it. Where it's like you got a lot of tools and you probably know how to use them and know their names. I know hammer and screwdriver, and that's about it. So anybody that has tools in my brain, like you're a real man.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I debated going with this for one of my picks. It's a great pick.
Yeah.
I like just getting a house and not having a drill. I'm like, do I deserve this house?
Oh yeah.
Should I be here?
Yeah.
You don't even need to use them either. You don't really need to.
No.
use them.
You have them straight for show. It's like it's a Cold War. It's like a nuclear arms race amongst your neighbors, basically. Like who's got the most manly power tools in the garage that they never touch.
Yeah, I look at tools with no idea what they are or whatever, but I do feel like I feel like I need to hire a man for my house one day.
Yeah, like there's interior decorators for men that they just separate, like they decorate your garage with different tools, you know.
The hardest
I can't even hang like paintings in my apartment. Like I have another man, I have a task-driver come over and just get it for me.
Yeah, they'll do a good job on it.
Yeah.
I just have a hard time seeing you with a tool belt on, Tommy.
Tommy
Really?
Tool Belt?
I saw
yeah,
that was in one of his episodes of the Smoke Show.
Oh, was
They
it?
were objectifying women in a construction zone. Jesus said.
You
Oh,
were-
that was based on this, but yes, we were objectifying women. I didn't have a tools box or tool belt on though.
Hard hat.
It was
Though.
in- hard hat.
Good call,
Yeah.
Dave.
I was directionally correct.
Fair. Yeah, I would have a hard time picturing that, but it is manly. This is a great pick.
Yep.
Very good pick.
right.
Before you make your next one, I want to talk about Game Time. You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is a fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. I'll actually be going tomorrow to the Champions Classic at the United Center, courtesy of Game Time. I'm excited.
Very nice.
It's going to be good. See some college basketball. Big games going on.
Who's playing?
Duke is playing. I know that.
Pretty good.
Duke's in town.
I think it might be Kansas too.
John Shire. Is
Yeah.
that it?
Shire
It's Duke,
hometown.
Arizona.
Duke, Arizona, Kansas, Kentucky, if I had to guess.
It's usually murderers row
Yeah,
at
it's
that
a
tournament.
great
Yeah.
Regardless, you're going via
Game Time.
Game
Yeah,
The
and
best.
you guys can go via Game Time too. Just download that app and take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply. Again, create an account, redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And I hope to see some of you guys out there tomorrow night. It's that simple. And there's, tons of stuff going on all over the place. I have the events pulled up. Obviously, the Bulls, the Blackhawks. Looks like tonight Depeche Mode's there. Dave, you like a little Depeche Mode?
I love Depeche Mode.
That's what I'm saying. That'd be a fun concert.
Would be.
What else we got? Travis Scott is coming.
Ooh.
Juice World Day.
Ooh, Danny will love to go
Doja
to
Cat,
that.
Mariah Carey at United Center.
Oh, I would love that.
Is that before Christmas?
Tis the season.
Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, December. That's all
Dave.
December.
Speaking of guy stuff, you want to go to Mariah Carey with me?
Let's talk off camera. I would like to do that.
And then obviously nationally, like I'm sure there's a shit ton of stuff going on in New York, and just go check out your local NHL, NFL, and NBA games. All right, you can make your pick, Chief.
All right, this one, I'm interested to see what you guys think about this one. But I'm going to say not talking to your best friends for months or years on end.
I love that one.
Yeah. So I feel like this is a thing that becomes more and more of a thing as you get older. Your friends start having kids, they get married, they move across the country. I have my two best friends. One lives in Ohio, one lives in Arizona. I've seen each of them once this year actually, which is pretty good. And then we will send a text like maybe once a month.
Make sure you're not dead.
Or
Yeah.
once a month might be high. Yeah, it's just like a random thought pops in your head. Yeah, you send a text, but and then when you see him, it's like you never.
I never want to fucking see my best friends.
Yeah. Well, I would
it's
like
not
to
that
see
I
him
don't
again.
want to, but it's like.
But it's also like I don't have to know and keep up with your life and talk to you. Like I don't want to do that.
No.
But when you're here, we'll have a few beers and it'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be like we saw each other yesterday. So just not keeping in contact with your best friends.
I couldn't love it more. I don't
Okay.
talk to any one of my best friends. I limit my human interactions as little
No.
as possible in every manner.
They don't talk to you, or you don't talk to them.
No, it's
Both.
both.
Both,
It's
yeah.
both.
Both.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
But
don't-
I was
but
asking
then when
him
we do
specifically.
what?
I was asking him
Oh,
specifically.
oh.
They don't want to talk to me. I don't want to talk to them. So it's just mutual guy stuff. You don't know what you're talking about because you're not a dude, Ed.
I'm still in the phase where I do talk to my friends a lot, which
Yeah.
I think proves I'm a boy, not yet a man. But I could feel it coming. Like I'm 27, so like a couple of friends have gotten married. Like I could see how it's gonna come one day where we're gonna lose touch, and it's sad to think about. But I mean, what am I, some kind of fucking chick that's gonna keep?
Yeah,
no.
You might as
We're
well
gonna talk on the phone for 4 hours a
yeah,
night. No,
talk about
come
your
on.
fucking
Thanks.
periods and stuff. Gross.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
thanks.
Well,
Well,
and
I'll
you're-
see you once a month, and we'll talk about fucking racks of tits.
Yeah. And Tommy, you're what, 27, right?
Yeah,
And you went to college in New York, and you're from New York, and you live in New York now.
correct.
So like as like people just move, and like you lose. You don't see him. You don't have the opportunity to, but you're not going to call
We're
him.
still
just-
your friends.
Yeah, and you're not going to like miss them. You don't miss your friends.
Oh, no.
You see him when you see him.
No.
If you miss your friends, you got
Got issues. Yeah.
What do you want to fuck them?
exactly.
Oh, John Rich.
Steve, I'm actually glad you said that because I've actually been feeling bad about how like I haven't talked to my friends and like
Ugh, why?
I have been because I usually
Man card.
Well, I moved to New York. Like I got this job at Barstool. Now I just never talk to them anymore. But thank you for saying that because now I know I'm not being rude. I'm just being a man.
Why don't you give me their number? We'll clip this out, and I'll send it to him so you don't have to talk to him.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you think they're being like, oh, hotshot John Rich, like works at Barstool, he's not talking to us, but when you're just gonna be like, no, I'm just a man. Guys.
Johnny Big Time over there. Johnny Big
I
Apple.
hope some of them are thinking that I'm being a dick, and then they watch this episode and they're like, "Damn, I'm just being a pussy." Johnson.
Just
Yeah.
a man.
Just a man.
John Rich, you're up.
Oh God.
I liked what you're doing here, John.
I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Okay.
It feels like when
we need
Vibs.
someone to zig when other
Stick-
people are zagging.
Stick with
Yeah.
the playbook,
Okay,
John.
okay. Well, here's one that I think we'll all agree with. I'm gonna go with having a boner. I think that's the manliest.
What the fuck is wrong with you in the year 2023?
Having a boner, just having a boner.
In the year 2023, you're gonna pull that shit?
I'm gonna say that this is more of a boy thing than a man thing.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you! No. Oh, so is the man thing to like have no testosterone left?
No. The man thing is having a boner at appropriate times. Like just having a boner. There are many times.
But a real man is like 45 years old and just has a stiff boner whenever he wants to. Like that is.
He's just
that-
happy he still has one.
That.
Yeah, the older you get,
Probably the most masculine.
typically the more manly you get.
What was your record in drafts lately?
1-0.
Okay. Good to know.
I might win this in a lance.
Erections is the
Yeah.
pick.
Erection.
Yeah.
Being in the hard
Okay,
dick
got
business.
it. All right.
Yep.
You guys aren't thinking outside the box. I don't know about
Well,
this.
John, hold on.
You're thinking inside
Why
the
do
box.
why do guys get boners?
Because of the anatomy of a man.
But like, what's the end game? What's the end game?
To have sex?
Now, Tommy, tell him that having sex is.
It's a little bit gay sometimes.
It's just yeah, you know.
I don't like the direction you're taking this.
I just think it's, when I think of, when you say just blanket having a boner, I'm thinking like back to high school
Yeah,
where you're
fifth
wearing
grade
like
math, yeah.
athletic pants and you're like
I said
praying
maybe.
your boner goes away before the bell rings because otherwise everyone's going to see your boner through your pants.
Have you ever seen like that?
Have I ever seen a 45-year-old boner? Because that's the example you gave earlier, and the answer to that is no.
Oh no! I just.
Dude,
This is the most manliest thing.
This guy's digging to China. This guy's digging to China.
I mean, I'm just imagining.
No, I'm not digging to China. Like if that is the only a man can do that. Only a man can.
I'm just.
Well,
In
not
2023?
John.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining a guy at the grill with a dip bottle and being like, "Man, that's a man," and he's got a boner.
Nice
Yeah.
boner. too.
Man, oh my god, that guy rules. That guy absolutely-
He's flipping the burgers with his
ramping
boner.
monster
Yeah.
trucks. He's ramping monster trucks and he's like jacked, like he's throwing Atlas stones. That is an amazing guy.
This dude gets boners. Tommy, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna go with internalizing all your feelings, problems, and emotions. Just never talking about when you're sad, when you're feeling
Hell
down.
yeah.
Well, I'm sad. Shut up. Rub some fucking dirt on it. If you're
Grow a ball sack.
you're depressed. Have you tried rubbing some dirt into your depression?
You fucking pussy.
Tommy, this is a great
I'm
pick.
anxious.
This is
I'm nervous. Like, come on, grow up. Grow a pair of balls.
To get this at 13
It's incredible.
is a steal.
it was going to be my next one. I was between these two. So I think this is an awesome pick, Tommy. Who knew that Tommy was more of a man than John Rich?
Yeah,
I think
seriously.
that pick's kind of lame. I think that's kind of a lame pick.
Oh, you gonna cry about it, John?
Yeah.
I'm bummed about it.
John probably's got a therapist. He's probably got he probably takes
How dare
mental
you.
health
How
breaks like
dare
a
you.
pussy.
How dare you. That is impossible.
I love that. I love that
John probably
white.
gets burnt. Oh, I'm burnt out. I have burnout.
This is
Oh my God. No.
this is White Sox Dave's favorite podcast of all time. He just completely transformed into Kenny Powers. he is not White
I
Sox.
told you my picks were 4 White Sox, Dave.
On that note, that great pick, Dave. You're up.
I'm gonna go with working like physical labor and smoking a cigarette at the same time. So I'm talking like if you're doing a shit ton of yard
This
work,
feels like
you got a cigarette in your mouth. You're doing some plumber work, you got a cigarette in your mouth.
These
Like-
are two picks connected by the word
Yeah.
and.
but it's
Sorry, veto.
I'm thinking. I'm all right.
You're thinking of the Shawshank Redemption?
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking of is it Bobby Orr when he's got like the
No,
shovel
that's Bobby Hull.
or Bobby Hull?
Yeah, but he's not smoking a cig there.
What's Mandela effect? That's the image that popped in my head. I thought he had a cigarette in the mouth. I'm like that guy.
I think.
All right, know what?
yeah, but that would be like if Chief picked 1-1, like smoking a cigar while grilling on the barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck. I worded this so poorly. I know.
I don't know. I like where you're at, Dave.
I know there's a way to put it where it's. I do respect this veto because you guys are all correct, but I know there's a way to fucking hone this down so it works.
I don't think there is. I don't think you get to have two things.
So all right,
Doing tasks while smoking.
Yeah.
But that's
I'm
two
with
things.
Yeah.
I think you
if
could
it's
take
just
doing.
tasks,
Yeah, you
I'll
can
give
take
him
doing
just
yard
tasks.
work.
No, I don't want that though.
Oh.
It's got to be both. All right, can I shift?
Yeah, because it got vetoed.
All right, I'm gonna go with not remembering birthdays. That's as manly as it fucking gets. I don't remember birthdays. I don't remember my own birthday half the time. If you remember your best friend's birthday, you're kind of gay.
I try to remember yours because I know how much you hate it, and that makes it fun for me.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah, it's fun.
It drives me crazy. Not remembering.
I think not caring about your birthday is better,
But
personally. Like not like
not like
just like you wake up and you don't even
Just
tell a
another
soul.
fucking day.
Yep. You
Yeah.
don't even say shit
Yeah.
about it. I think that's a way better pick.
I'm going with not remembering birthdays. It's not manly to remember anybody's birthday. I'll give you the month. That's as close as you're allowed
I mean,
to
yeah, it's
remember.
definitely not like manly to like, but I got you a muffin. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
Yeah.
That's not. But
Yeah.
directionally correct
Mm-hmm.
once again. To me, mine are kind of cliche, but I think they stand. Driving a pickup truck, like you could play the part, and people will just think you're so much more manly if you just have a 6-foot bed in the back
Yeah.
of your 4-wheel vehicle.
I see. I think it's more about the guy in it, because I think if I saw, no offense, if I saw someone like Tommy driving a pickup truck, I'd think that he was overcompensating for something.
Sure, but I'm like in my head, I'm like creating a player. I got drinking beer in a pickup truck.
Yeah.
like this is
Yeah,
all
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
Every single time we drive to Sydney Wells' house, I feel extremely insecure pulling into her house with a Nissan Altima. I swear to God, it's
Yeah.
You got like
I'm
6
joking
trucks
this-
in the drive.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
Sydney's
you-
got a like F380 or whatever the fuck that's got mud all over it. It's got like dents in it and it's all weathered.
Guns falling out the back.
This
Yeah.
Deer
house-
carcasses everywhere, and I'm just like, oh, here's my
This-
little sedan.
This helps my pick a lot. I feel if you rolled up to that house with a pickup truck,
Yeah,
her
it's true.
dad,
Her dad
Oh, yeah.
handed me his big ass monster truck, not actual obviously monster truck keys, and he's like, "Here, you can feel like a real man now." Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
I do actually. Dude, the Slockmaster is a real man.
He killed a grizzly bear with a blow dart from 5 feet away as it was charging him. So I don't know. A lot of people know this. Sidney Wells' dad is like mega famous in the outdoors world, and he's like like yes sir, no sir. Like I could not respect anybody on planet Earth more than Sidney Wells' dad because he's such a man.
Yeah,
He is probably like the ultimate man.
he is.
Yeah.
Like I always say that if shit goes down, like nuclear war, or like a asteroid hits us, I'm just going to their farm because I know that's the place I have the best chance of living.
Yeah, they don't need electricity. They could just live.
Because why? They got real men there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
including
I'll be
Sidney.
fucking cooped up in my West Village apartment, probably with protesters on the street.
There's no protesters in a post-apocalyptic world.
Protesting, not man.
No, absolutely fucking not.
Caring about shit? Nope.
Nope.
If you like light yourself on fire and sit in front of a tank,
No,
Yeah,
still
sounds
no.
weak.
If a real man would try to take over the tank, they would commandeer the tank, not
Yeah.
sit in front of it and be like, "Oh, I'm on fire, I'll kill him."
Just got my pickup truck, big dick in parking spots, taking
Yeah.
2. I always used to love when Big Cat would post those guys who would just drive their pickup trucks on
On the
snowbanks.
snowbank. Yeah, yeah.
They just fucking drive up.
Yeah.
That's just manly shit. Next one, in the same vein, like I said, I'm kind of just creating a player, and it's eating red meat. Like you just eating red meat. Red meat is the first thing you think of when you think of men. So, like I said, a little cliche, but I think it holds.
Place.
Yeah.
No, you got it.
Yeah.
You're
I was deciding between that and grilling. I went with I feel like I couldn't have both. I didn't want to choose both. I feel like they were too similar, so I went with grilling instead. But yeah, I mean, ordering a steak medium or medium well, it's like, get out of here. You got to get that medium right.
Yeah, and like you're grilling like asparagus and like chicken. Like men are
Well,
grilling.
no, my man is grilling fucking a porterhouse medium rare.
Tommy's man.
Nice T-bone.
Yeah, my man, my literal husband.
Yeah, like they're just a guy just cutting into a fucking
Yeah.
piece of steak. Like what's going
I'm
on?
inside chopping avocados.
Yeah, exactly. You hear that silverware slink off his teeth.
Yeah.
How you doing? Name's Bill. That's it. White Sox Dave.
I'm gonna go with knowing directions incredibly well. Girls don't know directions ever.
never.
Bro.
Ever. Guys do. I don't need a map. I got it in my head. I know directions. I know which way is north. You don't because you're a girl. You have a vagina and tits.
I never use my GPS.
No.
Ever.
This is like one of the things my dad would always like. He knows all roads. He's like, I know all roads. I know where we are. He would get us lost all the time, but he would always say,
and then you dig your heels in and you don't admit you're lost and you just keep going. You might be going the right way. You might be going.
Someone who could give directions like perfectly and like make a right. If you hit this, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
There's an art in that.
There is something about
That's-
that.
I always say it's like one of the best feelings in the world when I'm walking through the city and somebody stops me and asks for directions. It's like they looked at me and they were like, "This guy knows where to go. Like he
Yeah.
knows his shit. Let me ask him." And I don't always like. I mean, if I'm in New York City, I know, but you know, no matter what, I'll just give an answer to just be like, "Yeah, you picked the right guy." And they might go the wrong way, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's awesome in New York because everything's just numbered. And you
Yeah,
just,
it's so easy.
you feel awesome.
I can't remember who I was with. It was Barstool people in Chicago, and we were walking somewhere, and they're like, "Are we going the right way?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're heading north." And they're like, "How do you know?" And I was like, "Well, it's afternoon, and the sun is that way, so that's west." And they're like, "Oh fuck!" And I felt like such a man.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
What? You guys don't orient yourself with the sun? Like fucking pussies.
Yeah, you fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
got to be able to do that. Basic
But like,
directions.
if you were dropped in like the middle of a random area and like somebody said quick point north, could you do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, I've never been able to do that.
Depends on the time of the day.
Yeah. If you know
Like
the
if
time.
it's right middle day and like the sun, and I'm not sure if it's coming from the east or coming from the west, then I might struggle. But if it's like early morning, then I know the sun is just going to be east.
Yeah.
I've never
In
thought of
Chicago, it's very easy because you have the lake, and you know that's always east no matter what.
Well, it's really easy in New York City because it's just a grid, just the numbers that go
Yeah.
up or north.
Yeah.
Smokes.
I got one here that I feel like maybe Chief specifically will appreciate. I might even be stealing this from him, but knowing a lot about World War II.
Oh, it was on my list.
Getting really into history in general, only American history, but like as specifically,
Other countries don't matter.
Yeah.
You don't need to know about like the Mongolian Empire. That's for chicks.
The Mongol Empire is pretty fucking sweet.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, but it's a great pick, Tommy. I had watching World War II content written down.
Yeah.
World War II. And I've started to. And I think it's also just a sign of like getting old. Maybe I've started to watch some of these documentaries, and it's crazy, that shit.
Tommy, you want to know how manly I am? You could quiz me on anything you want World War II related, and I would have the answer. You can even do it right now.
Why isn't that your niche?
I mean, I
We've
don't have
used it
enough.
before.
Yeah.
Have you?
I don't know enough to honestly ask questions. I feel like Chief would have to be the one to quiz.
Has he got it every time?
I don't remember.
No.
What year was Hitler born?
Like 1893?
One sec.
He
1889. April. I knew his birthday was April 20th, but
I
didn't
knew
know
that
the
too.
year.
420.
Yeah. Died on April 30th.
One time I was
Allegedly.
in an Uber and I was talking to my driver, and I forget how we got on the topic of my birthday. I was like, "Oh, my birthday is April 29th." He's like, "Oh, that's just 9 days after," and I was like, "Oh yeah, 420." He was like, "No, Hitler's birthday," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's a weird thing to just have on the top of your head in reference like that."
That's a good pick, though, Tom.
Yeah.
I wish I knew more about it.
Yeah. No, it's an awesome pick. I think it was.
Yeah,
it's
it's a fantastic pick.
Thank you.
It's the greatest generation of men, some say.
Some do say.
What's that? John Rich.
Oh God.
I would have stormed Normandy.
Me too, Dave. Let's go with here's a topical one that I think all real men do. It's hating Taylor Swift, being like very big and boisterous and hating everything that she does for no real reason, like not really because of anything, but she's taken over the NFL, and I'm trying to watch the Jets and Giants, and I'm seeing the Jets and Chiefs, and I'm seeing Taylor Swift content. That is a very big. That's just a man. Like, that's just a very stereotypical man. He hates everything Taylor Swift does for no apparent reason, other than she's a girl and he doesn't like her music.
John, have you ever met a man?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I love Taylor Swift. 1989, are you fucking kidding
Exactly.
me?
We're not men.
Red?
We work at Barstool, so I kind of like Taylor Swift too. But hating.
I get what you're saying. I feel like the better
Yeah.
example here would almost be like Kim Kardashian.
I think it would have been like hating anything girly. Like, I remember.
Like hating the color
Have you ever
pink.
read the Barstool comment section every time we post a Taylor Swift blog?
They're
That's
mutants. They're
That is where
mutants.
the men. That is where the men.
No, those are
think their
mutants.
takes are.
So that's like I remember I was at a softball game and we were talking. Someone's like, "Oh, did you go see Pitch Perfect 2?" And I was like, "Oh no, not yet." And then another guy just piped up. He's like, "Are we not men anymore? Like, what are we talking?" And it was like, yeah. So I get where you're going here, but I think
Yeah.
You didn't
craft
refine
it. Yeah, you didn't craft it
Yeah.
correctly.
God damn it! All right, move on.
Hating musicals. There you go. There's your answer.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Hating Taylor Swift is much more topical.
I would love to see.
I feel like
I'm
I'm not even great. I'm not even manly enough to even talk about hating her.
Yeah.
Look, I love
yeah.
Taylor.
That's
Also, like now I think our graphic is doomed now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we might have to. We might not even be able to air this episode.
I mean, Dave is clearly working hard to to be in the Taylor Swift camp.
Yep,
Chief, you're
Yeah,
up.
Dave Portnoy is the greatest man I know, and he loves Taylor Swift.
that's true.
Yeah.
I don't.
True.
This pick makes no sense to me.
Now I'm upset. I'm upset now, guys. Thank you.
How about
Chief.
just doing things you don't want to do? Is that too generic?
I think so.
I just feel like that's the
pick.
I feel like being a man is just like an endless run of just doing shit you don't want to do. I gotta go to work. I gotta do this.
Because you're the man of the house.
yeah.
But you gotta refine it a little better. I think
All
that's
right. Well, then we'll move on from that one. I'll say knowing stuff about cars.
Yeah, this was on my list.
Yeah.
It's demoralizing going to a mechanic shop and you just don't know what the fuck's going on, and you could tell that he's judging the shit out of you.
Yeah.
It really sucks.
It's the worst, like, 30 minutes of a 6-month stretch you're going to have.
Either of you guys watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah.
You know the episode where he's like being a car salesman for like a day, basically, and he's like, "Oh, this is a car. It's got big stuff. Like it's got pistons and it's engines. And look at this steering wheel." He just says like generic car stuff because he doesn't know anything about cars. That's how I feel. Like I am Larry David. Anytime like a conversation about cars comes up, I know absolutely nothing. And I do feel like there is something like you're greasy if you know how to like work on a car, like you're a fucking man. It's kind of tied to like the tools thing a little bit too. But yeah, just knowing stuff about cars.
Do you know how to change a tire?
I have, but I had to like YouTube directions on the side.
Okay,
of the
I can
highway.
change a tire and I can change brakes. And I can put washer fluid in, not to brag.
Yep,
That's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Changing brakes.
It's actually very easy. You're not allowed to, right? Wait, no, that's New. That's
New Jersey.
Yeah,
He doesn't live in Jersey. That's the weirdest shit ever.
it is very weird. Yeah.
5th round, Chief.
Yeah. I don't really have any good ones left. Well, I'll take something I had written down here. Just talking about your high school sports career. So, like, just reminiscing, talk like when you do talk to that friend for the first time in 7, 8, 9, 10 months.
Mm-hmm.
You bring up like a funny story from your high school, or like anytime you talk to Dave, like high school sports is going to come up. So talking about your own high school sports.
I was just talking to one of my best friends for the first time in like a year and a half the other day. We didn't really mean to catch up with each other. We just happened to find ourselves in conversation, unfortunately. And of course, I brought up how I was named the hardest hitter by my teammates my freshman and sophomore years of high school.
I don't understand why you quit. Every story you tell about you freshman, sophomore year, I'm just like, if you were this good, I can't believe you didn't make
I
it.
wanted to focus on baseball, Ed.
That was a mistake.
Being elite.
No shit. No shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. All right. That's it. That's talking about high school sports.
John Rich.
Yeah.
That's your 5th pick?
That's my last pick. Yeah.
JR.
All right, my last pick. I'd skip this. You know, I think we'll agree with this one, hopefully. How about just chopping down a tree?
I had chopping wood on the list.
Yeah. That's as manly as it gets. See, now you get it.
I feel like my other ones are very manly too, but also chopping down a tree takes a real man. You grab an axe. You never feel manlier than when you have an axe.
That was going to be my next pick. My next pick was just owning an axe.
Yeah. I went to for New Year's one year. This is probably, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago now. I went to an Airbnb in Vermont, like a little ski getaway thing. And it had like a wood burning stove, and I had to like take like the big blocks of wood and chop them into fourths to fit them in. That felt awesome. Like I had an axe there, like, hey, just go chop the wood if you need to like restock for the wood burning stove to heat the house. And I did it, and I was like, I'm still like living off of that. That was maybe the manliest thing I've
Your
ever done.
endorphins are still firing.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I think I got a few more chest hairs from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
You know what's also along the same vein as chopping wood, which I wanted to do, but I was maybe getting a little too crazy. Removing a stump from the ground.
That's impossible.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, that.
You need chains and like a
Fucking
pickup
Superman?
truck.
Yeah.
I looked up. I got a whole list of all the steps involved. It involves like a pickaxe and a small bow saw, and it's a whole thing. Like that is very manly.
I don't even know what a bow saw is.
Me neither, but it sounds very manly.
Yeah.
Tommy, you're up.
I'm torn here. I got 3 or 4 that I'm between. Feel like some are better for like, the graphic if I want to try to win the poll, but then some are fun. All right, I'm going to go, this might not play well on a graphic, but I'm just going to go never changing your mind about anything, no matter how much new information is presented to you about that subject. Just forming your opinion on something and just being stubborn and set in your ways about it. And no matter what type of fucking facts and science and math suggest otherwise, you just say, no, This is what I believe. I believe in my conviction. And I don't want to fucking hear all this fucking data and shit.
Tommy, you
Manly shit.
you're this is the manly draft, not the liberal draft.
No, true. Good. So I was for one of my honorable mentions was just voting for Donald Trump as a man.
I had that written down too.
Yeah. Having mega flags, yeah. Oh yeah.
I like that. That's
I'm doing it more in like a manly way, not like a lib way.
All right, fair. It checks out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the taxes should be low.
Yeah.
And then like I don't care like what else anyone's gonna throw at me and be like, oh, here's why they should be a little bit higher. No. Taxes should be low.
Flat 10%.
Yes, and I don't care what the results of that. I want low taxes. I want to bomb other countries.
Fuck yeah.
There's nothing more manly.
Put a boot in their ass. We're singing Toby Keith.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yep. Man stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, Dave, like the liberal way would be to get new information and like flip flop every other day.
That's true. That's true. That is true.
No, not us. We're staunch in what we believe in and we stick with it.
White Sox Dave.
I have one written in already that I knew wasn't going to get taken, but now I'm kind of flip flopping on it. I'll just go with it. I'll just go with having a super firm handshake. It's a great way to emasculate other men. It's a great way to, announce your presence with authority. You look him in the eye. You give him you squeeze that thing like as hard as you fucking can, and you're basically having a nonverbal dick measuring contest about who can squeeze the other man's hand firmer, and whoever wins is the better and bigger man.
It's true. That's a fact. A similar vein to throwing a ball.
Pick. Yeah, that's great value.
Yeah.
Great value in the fifth, I said.
Some guys' mitts.
Remember during COVID, the libs tried to take away handshakes forever? Yeah. They tried to kill
over
handshakes.
my dead body. Yeah, they did.
That was the most overreactionary thing.
Oh, totally. But I think like
coronavirus. Talk to me, Ed. Talk to me, baby.
Oh no, he can't win again. What should we do? We can't win again. Let's make a virus.
Let's build a virus in a lab in China and tell people it was bats and stuff.
Yeah. Tommy Tuvac.
Can I go outside today, Rachel Maddow? Can I go outside?
Hold on. Can you please step 3 feet? You're not the 6 feet radius. Excuse me. Can I see your Vax card, sir?
I was talking handshakes, but I put that on a T for you, so you're welcome. I knew as while I was saying it, I was like, "Here, Dave, here you go. I'm lobbing one up," and you both hit it out of the park.
Turbo Man's pretty manly.
Yeah,
you both hit it out of the park. But yeah, I was like, "We're never gonna shake hands again." Well, let's think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick. My last pick, Mr. Irrelevant. I'm gonna go with not wearing a jacket.
Oh yeah, that couldn't. Yeah, I don't wear jackets.
Yeah, like I just not wearing a coat. It's
nope,
like, no,
it's not cold.
You cold, man? Nope.
I'm basically sweating right here.
I mean, when you see a football team in January in a playoff game, roll out there and none of the linemen have sleeves, I'm like that team's winning because they got more real men.
Yeah.
Air weather.
Yep. Thank you. Yep. Yeah,
that's a fantastic pick. Ed.
That's a great pick. Where is
always like being hot and like wanting the AC low too, like similar energy.
Yeah. What do you? Where is the line for you, where you feel like you can wear a coat?
Negatives.
It's got to be negatives.
Probably under.
We talking Celsius?
No.
Because you're a real man.
Yeah. You don't do that European sissy shit.
Definitely, it's got to be under 20.
Okay. All right.
For sure.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. It's got to
so
be.
like 30 degrees and snow, you're just like rolling out in a hoodie?
Yeah, probably.
You can. Yeah, I would. Yeah, if you're shoveling or something like that too, you're gonna build up a sweat anyways.
I don't really wear.
Yeah.
Huh. I bundle up.
We know.
I bet Tommy wears a scarf and mittens.
No.
I have mittens. I love mittens. They're big leather mittens.
Owning leather things, pretty manly.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Are you? Yeah, we could do honorable mentions now. What do you have, Chief? We'll start with you.
I had yard work, and then kind of it's directionally the same thing, but just having calluses on your hands. Like if you're doing work, you're I don't know cranking gears or wrenches or something, you develop some calluses. Like having calluses is pretty manly. I did also have voting for Trump. I think that's everything else I had written down has been picked.
White Sox, Dave.
This one just popped into my head after Trump, and I already picked, but locker room talk, defending the family. I don't know where I was going to go with this one, but calling son. Like, come here, son.
Yeah, I had something like that.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Being unbelievably patriotic, owning guns, changing tires, whistling with your fingers, not separating your laundry, cutting grass into patterns, backing cars into parking spots easily.
Oh, that's a good.
And
one.
then not having a top sheet.
Not
Good
having
list.
a top sheet. Yeah, I also feel like watching other people do work. Like you're just, you ever seen that? Like guys working on something, and you just have like a few guys that stand there watch them just in case he needs your help. But you're just standing there watching them do work, watching people do work, watching people do stuff.
Marlboro Reds. I was trying to figure out a way to weave Marlboro Man into it because he is just the manliest man that ever manned, and I couldn't figure it out because Ed didn't send the draft topic until like 11:55.
We talked about it last night. We said manly things last night.
I don't think we decided it. I was joking though. It was like 9.
I have a couple. Drinking scotch or just really anything on the rocks or neat.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking manly. But I took drinking beer, so I didn't want to double up and have holes in my board. And I had just building stuff is pretty manly. And I'm not talking like
that too.
yeah, like I'm not
Just
talking
building shit.
yeah, like not like IKEA, but like I made this with wood. Like I did this myself. That's
Really kind of putting like I used to have at the old apartment. I had this big smoker, and that took 4 hours to build. It probably would take a real man like 1, but it took me 4 hours. And I'm like, after I was done, I'm like, yeah, I built this grill. I'm a man.
yep.
Yeah.
I want to hear John Rich's board last, so Tommy, we'll go with you.
I had drinking black coffee, only having black coffee.
I thought about that one.
Hating your wife.
Yeah.
Screaming at the TV during the game, mainly criticizing like your favorite team, even though like they're just way more athletic than you. Being like, this guy fucking sucks. Kind of like pretending to not know pop culture, like oh, the Kardashians, what, she fucking sucked dick that one time, or like something like that. Yeah, that was similar. Something like
Can I give a
drinking
quick
whiskey.
example of that as an admission?
Yeah.
The other day, I was sitting next to Nick Taraney and Nikki Smokes, and Nick Taraney asked Nikki Smokes to name a bunch of Pokemon, and I acted like I couldn't name 10, and I could have easily named like 25 probably. But knowing Pokemon is just kind of gay, so I didn't want to name more than 10.
Mansplaining things, having control of the remote. I was maybe gonna go with it.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Man of the house has control of the remote.
Yeah.
That's true.
He also has his own chair.
Yeah.
Being fat, I feel like being fat's pretty manly, or just like having a dad bod, basically.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Yeah. Thank God someone has a fucking brain in this conversation. John Rich.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh my god. Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't like your attitudes right now, but here we go. I was gonna do not eating pussy. That would have been.
That's a good one.
Great pick.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I'll you guys would probably like this. Hanging out in a garage.
Yep.
Very manly, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Being a real life cowboy. Like actual, like real life. You get up every day.
Yeah, you're like a ranch hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Being Russian. Just like Russian dudes are just crazy.
I like that.
Russian dudes are pretty manly,
They're
I
very
gotta
manly,
say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Any
the
Slavic
manliest
dude.
nationality.
Like a remote area too. Like you've just been living in this remote ass area of Russia your
And
whole
like
life.
Chechnya, yeah.
It's probably the most red blood American men in Russia or in Europe are Russians. They're probably the most like us. Yeah.
Yeah, the farther west you get in Europe, the
Manlier you get.
the least
Farther west.
west,
Yeah.
the French.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, they're a bunch of pussies.
Oh yes, correct.
Fact.
Oh, yeah. Then I have going to prison.
That's yeah. Getting arrested is manly. Yeah.
Swallowing swords, juggling fire.
Following swords.
Pretty bad.
That's gay as hell.
Yeah. If you got a gag reflex that will allow a sword to go down your throat, then you're gay.
That's a crazy thing.
I wish you
You don't think swallowing swords is kind of badass?
No.
No, it sounds dangerous. What's wrong with you?
You guys. I'm gonna do my own manly draft. I'm gonna have to recommend.
I wish you picked that one so we had that on the graphic.
Me
Or like
too.
Manliest Things swallowing swords.
Well, I might have gone down there, but you guys discouraged me so much. I got gun shy. Anyway,
I wish you went erections third and swallowing swords fourth. That would have been great.
That would have been wild.
I got more. Don't worry. Mining for coal. That would have been.
Oh, that's a good one. Having black lung.
Yeah. Having black lung, nothing's yeah.
Hunting crocodiles.
Okay.
Manly as shit.
Joining the army. I should have picked that one. Joining the army is very
Yep.
manly.
Mm-hmm.
Ice road trucking. Diving in front of a bullet for somebody, like saving somebody's life by taking a bullet for them.
Yeah.
Listening to Joe Rogan, being a stuntman, having a log cabin with like guns and mounted animal heads and animal legs.
I mean, that's we talked about Mr. Wells.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just mounting animal heads.
Yeah.
Dude, the Rogan one should have been picked. That's as manly as it gets.
Yeah.
And then telling all the women around you how much you listen to Rogan so they're well aware of that.
Right.
And then I think the
Fucking
last
an
ones
album.
are having a doomsday bunker, and then farting, taking a big shit, and having a big dog.
Oh, having a big dog's a good one. That's a very good one.
I was thinking liking dogs more than women.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I like dogs more than women.
Yeah. So
Ed?
why?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. I'll read them through,
Yard work.
and we will then vote who will be off the poll. Chief, smoking cigars, having tools, not talking to your best friends, knowing stuff about cars, talking about your high school sports days. John Rich, competing in World's Strongest Man, ramping a monster truck, having a boner, hating Taylor Swift, chopping down a tree. Tommy Smokes, grilling meats, objectifying women, internalizing all emotions, knowing a lot about World War II, forming an opinion and never changing it. White Sox Dave, having a strong arm, not going to the hospital, not remembering birthdays, knowing directions well, having a firm handshake. Eddie, dipping, drinking beer, driving a pickup truck, eating red meat, not wearing a jacket. If you can all write down what you have, we will do this. Huh.
You
Can
owe
we
me up.
text it to you?
What'd you say?
Should we text it to you?
Or you could just write on your phone, too. You could, like, write it in your notes or just, like, a fake text.
We're voting one off.
Yes. All right, you ready? Chief, what do you got?
I am voting for John Rich.
White Sox Dave?
John Rich.
John Rich, who you voting for?
I guess I'm voting for Dave.
Tommy Smokes, who you voting for?
I voted for John Rich too.
All right,
This
John
cow.
Rich. Unfortunately, you are gone.
Who did you vote for, Ed?
John Rich.
John Rich.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
John,
Disappointing. This is disappointing. I thought I had some creative ideas. Thought outside the box a little bit. It did not play like I thought it would.
I think
I liked your honorable mentions more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so did I. You had a lot of manly shit on there.
I picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
listening to Joe Rogan would have been
Very good.
That could have been 1-1.
And mounted animal.
You
That's,
think the monster truck? Like you don't?
it's just not something that happens enough.
Yeah, there's not very many real men, but like those are the manliest men.
I don't
I think bull riders are more manly than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you should have said like rodeos. Yeah,
Monster truck rally.
Yeah, and ramping. I think the word ramping threw everybody off.
I got another one. Having a trophy wife. That's pretty manly.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
not liking her that much.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Just grunting, like nonverbal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nonverbal hellos too. Like you just head little head bob.
All right then, John Rich, Tommy Smokes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah. All right then. Thanks guys. Thanks everybody for listening. Thank you for watching. That's it for today. Be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.